thoughts, questions, comments? Yes, sir.
Don Hellman on Day Street. I know and all of us, the road project is separate. We cannot talk about this road project without Tom's project. Tom needs this road plan. Is this meeting here just so you can tell DECD we had a town meeting so we can reapply now? Or somebody's gonna actually care what's said?
We care what it said. I'm sorry.
You know what I'm saying? This road has to go for Tommy and his family to do whatever they're gonna do. And let's face it, at stone at $70 a yard, what's your projection for yardage over now? 1 million yards of stone? Every 700 yards is $7. You know, yards at $70 is $7 grand. So we know, and I get it. I believe Seymour does need these things. What I don't like is, oh, the mill rate will go down. The mill rate's never going to go down. It didn't go down when the industrial park went in. It didn't go down. No, it didn't. My stepfather was the economic development here with Barry Carina. It didn't go down. It didn't go down then. It didn't go down the big building went up on Forest Road. It didn't go down then. It went up. It actually went up last year for education, and I'm okay with that too. What I don't like is being told it's going to do this when we all know it's not. When did you ever see anything go down?
So
Groceries, eggs, that's about it.
yeah, Don.
But bill rates don't go down. With these two projects, whether you
No,
get it or
they're
not,
linked. They're linked.
are tied together.
No, and
Yeah.
I
They
will.
are tied together.
If I can,
But
Don, I
Tom.
want to repeat your statements for the online viewers as well. Don had a question about is the public comment being gathered tonight really truly going to be authentic? Is it authentic? And the answer to that is unequivocally yes. And you know that's why we're here. Having a public meeting is not a requirement. And if I didn't make it clear at the beginning, they are inextricably linked. If anybody got the idea that we want to focus on the road and trail without talking about the development, it's not true because the funding source requires it. DECD doesn't give away this pot of money unless it's generating economic development, community development. So they are linked. But what private individuals do and propose on their private property is, you know, subject to lots of regulations at the local level, planning and zoning, and there haven't been any submissions yet. So we can't speak real intelligently yet. You know, Tom clearly has a vision, and he's welcome to explain that vision. But we know that we have a hard application. We know what that application is asking for, and it's asking for a road and a trail. And how that gets designed is to be determined if the towns are successful in getting the funding. But it's a fair question, and I appreciate it. So thank you. And just know that your comments are being documented and taken seriously.
Yeah, Donnie, our families know each other many, many years. So I think what hasn't been said here is really why we're here. We bought this property 20-something years ago with the intent to do a development back there. It's always been our dream. This grant that the towns, Seymour and Beacon Falls, and Haynes have applied to the state for is for the economic development. It's not just for the road. The road is only a part of it. Our agreement, Haynes's agreement with the state, is that we will invest $100 million alongside that road in phase one. There's multiple phases. This project, God willing, I'm alive long enough, will have many hundreds of millions of dollars of private investment. I will sign an agreement with the state that if I do not invest $100 million, I have to pay them the $16 million back for the road. This is not just stick a road in there. The state said this is a fantastic project, but you, the developer, need to be a partner in this. I'm not only a partner. I could put that road in. I probably wouldn't last long enough to put the road in and then to do all the economic development. I'd be here for decades. This is a way for us to kickstart this project so that we can move the economic development along. That's what we thought this grant would be, to help both towns and Haynes get this project off the ground. Been at it for 20 years. Congresswoman Delora just had great timing to kickstart this thing last year and get us our $3 million to start it. This grant became available. Both towns are excited about it. We just finished a project up the street. Most of you know it. If you haven't been up there, take a ride up. There's over 2,000 jobs. Now that's a 30-acre site. There's 2,000 jobs that exist on that Quarry Walk that didn't exist when we were running a little quarry out of there. That project generates over $1 million to the town of Oxford in property taxes, net of services. That's 30 acres. Our plan for this, 220 acres, is so much bigger and more significant. I've been in this town since I was 7 years old. That puts me in this town for 58 years. I went to all the schools here. My business has been here. My family's still here. I'm so invested in Seymour and Beacon Falls. Don't want to leave them out. This is my swan song. I had to finish Quarry Walk, which was a big financial commitment. Once we could get Quarry Walk to a place where it is, this has been my dream, to come and build this project. So it's not the road. The road is only one part, and our land is not landlocked. If we don't get this grant, we're just going to be a few more years down the road to kickstart this thing. But if you guys follow that train, starts in Derby. If you've seen what they've done downtown Derby, it's phenomenal. We were asked to go down there and develop downtown Derby. Seen Ansonia, redeveloping. All up the train. We were asked to go to downtown Ansonia. You look up in Naugatuck, we were asked to go up there. Big development's going to go on in Naugatuck around that train station. Seymour and Beacon Falls needs some development. Passed on all the other towns, because we want to build this project. This will have thousands of jobs, millions of dollars of tax revenue. It will have quality housing. Quality housing. Some's going to be expensive, as much as I can get for it. And some of it is going to be workforce housing, but it's all going to be mixed in, so everybody thinks they're living in a beautiful community. And you want to talk about bikes and walkways? I got miles of sidewalks in that little 30 acres up there. The goal someday for both towns is to run that sidewalk that runs from Oxford Town Hall all the way down here to the intersection here on Franklin Street and Route 67.